review the weather?
I can do that.
Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Bradley.
Bradman.
Lower.
I can't.
Okay.
You said it was short anyway. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. So, it is March 13th, 2018, Tuesday afternoon at 3:09. And the weather is...
And the weather is... The weather in Crawfordville is mostly sunny, 55 degrees, real feel of 64, a high today of 64, and a low of 39 freaking degrees.
Yep.
And it's going to start warming up steadily, but Saturday it's supposed to be up in the 70s, but it's supposed to rain.
Supposed to rain?
Rain. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. It was kind of cool out this morning, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So, yesterday, I told him that you did a lot of work in the bedroom.
I did. I gotta go. I'll take this.
Okay. He's got to do some business calls and stuff, so that's what he's...
He hung up on me again.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you did a bunch with your tool. I'm not sure what you were doing in there.
I just...
In the bedroom.
Basically, we had all that crap kind of sprawled, and I wanted to condense it down.
Right.
So I got everything, most of my tools in the closet.
Right.
And I still have to, while we got that stuff, we're going to have to take to the laundromat.
Right.
So once we get that out, and I want to start bringing in, like, my table saw and router table.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we have a couple of these totes that'll be empty, too, huh?
Yeah.
Were you saying that you needed more totes? Is that what you were getting to?
Mm-mm.
Or no? Okay.
No.
Wasn't sure.
You know, I can make a short sentence last 3 days.
Yeah. That you can, honey. But I love you.
I love you too.
So did that, and I sat on the bed and folded laundry stuff while he was in there doing that. Mm-hmm. And then we later on we went for a drive. I told you guys I'd pick up that prescription for my anxiety meds, and I think you can tell already, and Brad can tell already, that Brad definitely can tell you that I'm a lot less anxious. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of even, and I'm just kind of, I'm not like mellow like or anything, but I'm much more pleasant to deal with, right, honey? Let's just be honest about it.
You're a lot calmer.
Yeah, I'm not like. I mean, he would say something, I'd be like. And he'd call up, poor guy, I feel bad for him, we get home from night, and I'm like, and I mean, everything affects me a lot more if I don't have my medications, like being alone for a lot of hours, and different dynamics in our life, and it's just, I think it's the right dosage. I wouldn't want to take anything stronger, because then I might be like, ooh, comatose. But, so we did that, and then I got to go in the craft room and paint, and that was so nice. I did that after dinner. Brad made sure, I told you guys, if I told Brad that I needed to get in there and paint, he always makes that a priority. He knows when I say that I need to paint, that means I need to put the headphones on, I need to have the music on, I need to be able to have some time and space to myself. Not anything against him or anybody, it's just, everybody, well, we at least, he and I need some alone time, I mean, with each other and just by ourselves, and that's why it was important to me when we set up this house, that if he needs alone time, or he just doesn't want to mess with anybody, he doesn't want to have to talk to anybody, maybe he just wants to sprawl out on his bed and scratch his butt and watch Game of Thrones, he's able to do that now. All he has to say is, I just need to go in and, have an hour to watch Game of Thrones and not deal with the world. And it's like, okay, see you in an hour. And if I say I need to go in the craft room and just do some crafting, he's like, okay, see you in an hour. I mean, so it works out really nicely for us. We are just that way. I don't think that just because you're with somebody that you have to be in each other's face 24/7. I mean, we work well together. We spend most of our time together. But from the get-go, he and I have both always needed some alone time at night and stuff. Some wind-down time. I think that when I tell you guys I like to when the house is all quiet and everybody's gone to bed, is kind of my time to just kind of decompress, not think about anything, do some loom knitting, and he likes to lay in bed and play, hit different. He really likes like solitaire, Sudoku, Wordscape, that kind of stuff, right?
I need the stuff. When people start getting older, they don't challenge their minds as much. And I've noticed. I mean, I play a lot of Sudoku or Sudoku or whatever. I play a lot of that and a lot of wordscapes, and it forces me to think more.
It does.
I would rather do that than play some mindless shoot 'em up type game.
Well, they even say though, even if somebody is into the action games and stuff, that keeps your mind active and also keeps your response. What do they call that?
Reflexes.
Your reflexes and stuff. So I mean, it's good, and that's something he enjoys doing. And when he goes to bed at night, I know part of it is, number one, he's tired, but he allows himself enough time to be able to lay there kind of in the quiet of the room and play those games. Or maybe he'll lay there and want to watch Game of Thrones for an hour or so, Because he can always say, hey, I'm going to bed. Is the TV still on when you go to bed? I'm asleep. Can you shut up? Like, okay, But, so, yeah, that was very nice to get in there and get to do some crafting. I did some painting and stuff. I spent half my time setting up stuff. I still had to unpack all my painting stuff. And then I've got I have one normal easel. It's a wooden one like Angie has, except for mine's got a lot of paint on it. And then I've got a really nice big wooden easel. My only complaint is they make on the easels, they make the lips hardly there at all. So if you're using a stretched canvas, it wants to slide off. So Brad's gonna fix that for me later on. But we slept pretty well last night. I had a little bit of trouble getting to sleep, but I always do. I have since I was a childhood. You seem to be sleeping pretty good. Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of it was too hot with the comforter and not warm enough without the comforter.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was going through. And then I noticed that, I don't know, maybe it was 4 or 5 in the morning. I have to get up frequently to use the restroom. And poor Bradley looked like he was cold. He was all cocooned up, but I still worry about him getting too cold. So we had moved the heater closer to him, or I had, and I turned it on. Because, see, again, he's too worried about me being too hot. I'm worried about him being too cold. So we both kind of lay there and suffer in a different dynamic. But I turned the heater on just toward him on low, and I was kind of rubbing his back and his shoulder, and I told him that. And, do you remember what you said to me?
I don't remember.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And that seemed to take enough of the chill off and stuff, so. But, I don't know, what time did you get up this morning, hon?
I was up about 9:30.
What time did I get up?
I don't remember.
About noon? 12, 11:30?
No, I was thinking it was before noon.
Yeah, and he got up. I'm not sure what you did this morning. Just kind of enjoyed the morning? Or?
Took Nixie out about 4 times.
Oh, yeah, she was funny this morning. We'll tell you about that in a minute. That was funny. And when I got up, and I normally don't come straight out of the bedroom right away. I'll go to the bathroom, and anymore I'll just kind of, since our beds are so nice and stuff, kind of lay in the bed or sit on the bed and mess with the dogs for a little bit while I wake up. Well, so I asked Brad to come back there, and because he hadn't always been on the phone and working on some stuff, and Nixie was on his bed. She's just being friskier than anything. She's rolling on her back and just being cute, making Charlie jealous. But for a while, it was just her in the bedroom, and so I would call her over to my bed. And how many inches are between our beds?
Oh, there's probably 2 feet.
2 feet between our beds, but she can jump. She's a jumper, man, and she was jumping and running from bed to bed, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
Because all you see is her jumping toward you, and her ears are kind of wing out like a bat. She's like, ah! You know, she was having a ball.
Yes, she
You know,
was.
and then Charlie came in and he started whining. He started barking and stuff. He would be in a big jealous head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big jealous head. He was not liking that at all.
Now he's looking at you.
Will you be in
Where
the
he
jealous
was.
head, Charlie?
He was looking at you.
He's ignoring me. Daddy's home, and he just follows, like I said, Brad around like a little lost puppy when he's home and plays with him and stuff. So he's just kind of laying there. But that was neat. And then Brad called, finally got a hold of our old doctor's office here in Crawfordville and talked with them and stuff. And he worked out stuff. And they were appalled and stuff that we've gone without medical care for this long, and they were very concerned about it. Like I said, I love my doctor and stuff there, just having trouble getting prescription. But now that we live a mile and a half away, it's not going to be that hard, you know. And I think maybe part of it might have been our pharmacy because other people have said they have not had problems with this doctor's office getting prescriptions. So we'll see. It's worth, you know, taking a chance on. I'm comfortable going there. I know how to get there. Wouldn't be a problem to take Brad to work and then pick him up and all of that. So that's what we're going to do. We have appointments Monday. They offered to get me in Thursday. And I said I can wait, you know, because Brad does work a long shift on Thursday. And, I really, if that's paydays, we've got some bills and stuff to pay and everything. So I'm doing well enough. I can wait till Monday. So that we have appointments Monday morning. Thank you so much, honey. He worked really hard on this. He spent yesterday calling around different doctor offices and stuff. And if they're not a big part of a group, it's really hard. They're all full up. And and like I said, I have nothing against doctors in big groups and stuff. I think that's the big way it's done now. But I like a more personal relationship with my doctor where they remember my name when I come in.
Not that you take a number check.
Right. And when they've sat and they've actually reviewed your chart and stuff, not like, So I'm just very happy with that. And we know they are in our network for our insurance and all of that good stuff. In fact, Brad talked to her on the phone, and then he just went over there because we had to change our address and all of our insurance stuff. So he just said, "I'll just hop over there and give you the rest." So that was good. And we're just gonna kind of take it easy today. Brad's making French bread. He was gonna make regular bread, but we're out of eggs right now. So he's making French bread, and then he's gonna make cabbage rolls.
Well, this.
I'll be more than happy to cut up the stuff for you.
This is the first time I've made bread in Florida.
I know it. I know it. He makes this man. Tell you what, this man. I am so lucky. He is such a good cook, and it's all self-taught too. But this man has got such a natural instinct on how to do breads and stuff that it's good thing he doesn't cook them all the time, bake them all the time. He used to make me homemade cream puffs. I mean, completely homemade. Maybe that's what I'll ask for my birthday instead of some traditional cake. But that takes a long time.
Not bad, actually.
But yeah, so he's making cabbage rolls, and he's gonna make some regular bread too. And besides that, we're just gonna take it easy. I'm doing some laundry. Like I said, I'll help chop up stuff. I'm probably gonna lay down and take a nap in a little bit, and then I want to get in the craft room and do some more painting. I do have a hat started. I don't have it finished, of course. But I'm still working on the brim, actually. And I got this out of my yarn stash. It's kind of a weird. It's okay. Kind of a strange variegated, though, for me. It's kind of a strange color combo. What do you think, hon?
glasses back on. Yeah, I
It's kind of a
remember.
strange color combo, but I'm working it in, and that's what I'm doing. I did make another little granny square just now, and I double stranded this. I'm trying to see if that's what I'm gonna like or not. I can't decide if I like. This is a single strand and this is a double. Oh, I got it back. So, and I'm thinking I almost like the single one better than the double. So we'll have to see. Still kind of messing with it. Kind of, because it's like, this seems like it's too, not enough. I mean, for a blanket for hair would be great, but, you know, but this seems like it's almost too much. I don't know. I could use some even thinner yarn and double it, and it probably would be fine. This is just probably a red heart skein, I believe. So is this, I believe. Anyway, I just make some with, I get a little bit of extra yarn. I just sit and I just make a granny square, loom knit a granny square, and then figure when I get a whole bunch, I'll sew them together. But, what else you got going on, hon? Anything?
I just kind of wanted to just take it easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what we were talking about. Well, what do you want to do today? And I said, not really much anything. You know, and I've been so agitated and stuff lately. It's just nice, feeling nice and mellow, and you know, Brad probably feels like he has a normal wife back again. You know, it's hard on him. I mean, and we wondered if the medication was really doing anything, and yeah. Otherwise, I'm just so anxious and, you know, very much so. So, yeah, we're just going to take it easy. Brad's going to watch some Game of Thrones and, you know, have kind of a cooler day out. So, it's a good day to bake bread and just be happy. I was sitting outside earlier, though. I'm not sure where Brad was.
it was outside.
No, you were inside, I think, at that time, on the phone.
Oh,
Yeah. But I was sitting outside, and one of my favorite things to do is sit in a chair and kind of tilt my face up to the sky. You know, you have that sun, just the warm rays on you. And that's when you just sit and you think how happy you are to be alive. And how wonderful everything feels right at this point in time and this minute. You know, and I think it's important to do that. One thing I wanted to talk about real quick is a couple of things. I don't want people to get offended, and I find that I very rarely give my phone number out anymore because no matter how much I emphasize it is really only for texting, I will always get a few people that want to call. And I understand that maybe they feel like that texting doesn't convey the emotion through their words or, you know, whatever. And I get that, but there's always going to be a few boundaries. You guys have to realize that, number one, you guys are kind of at a disadvantage because you feel like you know me because you watch me daily. But I don't know you. I really don't know you. And also, I only have so much time. I only have so much time, especially when my husband's off. You know, it's like I don't expect people to hold my hand on Saturday, which is my longest day. My very longest day is Saturday. But I know that that's traditionally family day, traditionally a day where people are off work and are, you know, spending it with. And I don't, you know, expect anybody to be available and stuff. I have usually that's when Angie and I visit. But even how close as Angie and I are, we always check with each other before we call. You know, normally. But I don't like to be on the phone all the time, and I don't like to just be suddenly called. And I know a lot of people don't, it doesn't bother them, but like that, you don't know what my schedule is. You don't know what I'm doing and stuff. And my day changes from, according to whatever Brad's working, my day changes. But if it's time for me to do in my craft room, I'm sorry, but I don't want to mess with anybody. I really don't. You know, but there's that. So, I mean, I'm going to start sticking with my instinct of not giving out my phone number because it seems like even though I say this is for just texting works best, I will always, this is the third or fourth time, then I will get somebody who wants to just call. And, you know, I don't want to do that. I'm not one that wants, I have enough friends that I visit with on the phone. I don't want to be on the phone all the time.
And, you know, you've always been one that doesn't like talking on the phone.
No, and I especially don't, and I have just a very, very close core of friends that I talk to on the phone, and I love talking to them, you know, but it's only so much time, and there's only so much of me. I find myself giving to the point I'm not getting any time for me, and I'm not getting enough time for my husband and stuff, and that's very important. I particularly don't like talking very long on the phone when he's home. Usually on those days I only call Linda, and even then it's not that long a phone conversation, you know. And it's just like on the weekends, if her daughter's home and they're spending time together, I don't, you know, I'll call, or else, I'll call and I'll say, "Are you guys busy?" She goes, "Well, yeah, the grandkids are over," or whatever. I'm like, "Okay, well, you have a great time, and I will talk to you later." And that's it, you know. And also, I am not a very religious person. I'm going to just put this out there, and everybody can judge however they want. I believe in God in my own way. Yes, I've been raised, you know, strict faith. You know, I was raised a very strict Lutheran, and my husband was raised very strictly in a church, and even has family members and parents and stuff that are, you know, higher up in the church and everything. But I don't care what religion you are, okay? I respect all religions, but I don't care about, well, according to your faith this and according to your faith that. Okay, that's all cool, but I really, you know, if that's what almost every sentence is going to start with is according to, you know, if you're Catholic or you're Lutheran or you're Baptist or you're Jewish or, you know, you do Buddha or you do Wiccan or, you know, whatever. I say each to your own. Everybody have a great time. Two things I never discuss are politics or religion, and I really don't give a rat's ass about either one. I believe what I believe, and I believe that I'm trying to be a kind human as much as I possibly can. But even then, at 53 years of age, I'm trying to learn some boundaries so I don't wear myself into a frazzle, which I do a lot, trying to please everybody else. And then in the end, the only person that is unhappy is me. I just can't give 24/7. I enjoy the emails. I enjoy the text. Because to me, both of those avenues is you can, wow. See, bread. Wow.
So I'm going to divide this in half. Use half of it for French bread and then half of it for, sorry.
That's okay, hon. But, there's only, you guys have to realize there's a lot of people. And like I said, I love the texting and the emails because to me, that I can get to it when I want. You know, is even with my friends, we kind of have a pact that if you call me and I don't answer, it's no panic, just leave a message. Or if you call me and I don't answer, then text me, and I'll probably text you and go, well, yeah, you know, today is really a good time or whatever. You know, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, call me anytime, it's fine. You know, and like other people have open door policy. Stop by anytime. We're not that way. So, if you're going to be offended because I don't want you just calling me all the time, then that's fine. I've already said in my last video or a couple videos ago, do not be alarmed if you don't see a video up from me for a day. Because maybe I want to take a break from a video. You know, maybe I'm busy that day. You know, that's just the way it is, you know. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I don't want to feel like I'm on stage all the time, you know, or that I have to be, you know, it's almost like feeling like you have to be fully dressed in your house all the way done all the time because somebody might stop by. It's like that phone. It's like, you know, if I give it out, that means I trust you enough, that I think you understand enough, that I wanted to text. Occasionally, maybe we'll schedule in a time for us to call, but mainly just to text. Because, and I don't, I just want people to be my friend. You don't have to try to solve my health problems. You don't have to try to solve any other problems. I mean, don't try so hard. Sometimes people get overeager to make a close, fast friendship. Friendships are not generally made fast. Angie and I have known each other for 5 years. It's only been within the last couple, let's see, the last couple of years we even talked on the phone, and, now we talk more frequently and stuff, but, it's only been in the past year that we really got closer. Linda and I knew each other for a number of months before we ever talked on the phone, and she's another YouTuber. And another way, if you want to be able to talk to somebody, is make YouTube videos. That's what I started doing. See, and I feel like I give enough of myself because I make these videos every day. So it's almost like having a phone call with you guys, albeit one-sided, every day. So if you want to be able to express yourself, you start making YouTube videos. That would be great. It doesn't matter if you're house-bound, bed-bound. There used to be a wonderful gal. She's passed away now. Her name was Tori, and she used to do every one of her videos from her bed. She was had many, many health problems and stuff. But that was a great outlet for her. But, like I said, I hate to have to be that way, but, I find sometimes that I'm not getting any time to do stuff I need to do. And, like I said, there's some people that are deep in my heart that I want to and have to talk to every day, or not every day, but frequently, like Vicki and Angie and, of course, Linda, I'd say those are probably my closest ones right now. And there's other people that I talk to, like I talk to my niece Emily, and I talk to Sunshine, and I talk to, about 4 or 5 other people, but, I find I don't have enough time in the day to get everything done I want to get done. So, anyway, end of lecture. Not into the religion. It's cool whatever religion you are, but I like to just keep it out of, that's your religion. I'm not trying to teach anybody about mine. I'm more spiritual than religious anyway. I dislike churches immensely. The only time I really ever go into a church is for a funeral, and, that's just the way I am. That's the way I am, right, hon? We've had religion shoved down our throat hard all growing up, didn't we, hon?
Yes.
Holy moly. I was even a church secretary for a while, and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much, and I did sit down and answer comments last night, I think. I did. Yeah, I did. And, forgot what else I was going to say. Oh, and I do think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you tomorrow, okay? Okay, say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.